Hello and welcome back to another video from John and me. Today the topic is about compressing and extracting files. You might be in the situation you have to pack, to compress different files in a zip or RAR file, or even you have to send it to somebody else and you want to pack them into one zip file. The question is, would you know how to do this effectively? And do you have some background information about compressing, where it makes sense, where it makes no sense, and also how you can send sensitive data like Excel or Word via email with the help of a zip program? Yes, for example, with the program 7-zip. To install the program, we put as usual the link in the description. I will open it here. And then here you can choose your language. I chose English, and then we have a Windows 64-bit system, and I press download. I did it already and put it here into install. So, and then we start the exe file. So double click on this, and on purpose I choose just the folder 7-zip. I will explain later. Press install, and that was the first step for installation. So 7-zip has been installed, and we don't need any shortcut on the desktop because we usually use right mouse button content. I will show later. At the moment the zip files are assigned to Windows directly because Windows can extract it without any additional program. For the RAR file we need a program. 7-zip can extract RAR files, but it's not assigned yet. So how can we do this? I press double click on the RAR. It asks me for the program, and I choose here at first, if it's not already clicked, here the little tick, say look for an application, go to my folder I did before, and I choose the 7-zip FM, open. So, and you see from now on all RAR files are connected or assigned to 7-zip. So how can I do with a test zip file? We make a right mouse button, then open with, choose another application, don't forget the tick to make it permanent, and then choose here the 7-zip file manager. Click OK. So, and we only have to do it once, and from now on the RAR files and zip files are assigned to 7-zip. The simple compressing and extracting of files is easily and fast explained. Let's take this test zip. I do it with the right mouse button and say here 7-zip and extract here. So the content were several PDF files. So, and if I want to zip them, I mark them, right mouse button, 7-zip, and say compress here to this zip file, and then I have this zip file. I can rename it, for example, to test or whatever. We just looked at the simple compressing and extracting. What if we want to use some more features? What we do is mark our files, right mouse button, 7-zip, and say add to archive. So we don't use 7-zip, the format from the program itself. We use zip, and then there are some features we can use. A little bit old-fashioned is to split it in different archives. So maybe you want to limit it to 700 megabytes or so and so gigabytes. That is from the time from DVDs, CDs, and so on. We don't use it anymore now. And the point you maybe want to use is to save your zip file with a password. So you can enter it here. I use a very simple one, 1, 2, 3, 4, and do it again. And if I want to extract the PDF files here, it asks me for the password, and then I can extract the zip file. To understand why it makes no sense to compress JPG files or MP3 or PDF files, we have to look a little bit on the background of compressing. I open this picture here in OpenView, and you can see here it has 1920 times 1080. That means full HD. And if I calculator open, and if I calculate the number of pixels times, there are more than 2 million pixels, and I have 24 bits, means 20 more than, I think, 6 million colors. And if I want to save this picture, I have to save the information of every single dot of the 2 million with its color. It's a lot of information. So let's make it even more simple. I have a picture with the same size, full HD, but I only put one little dot. Here you can see the black one. And I can save now all 2 million dots and its color. And then you have something like the BMP file, what's really big, with 6 megabytes. And you can also say, I'm clever, I only save from here to this point, it's everything white, then one dot is black, and all remaining dots are white. And that's much less information. And the algorithm behind the mathematics is much more complicated, but that's an easy way to explain, for example, also to John or other children. And we will see in the next video how much space we can save if we use this clever method to save something. So let's have a look now on these two files with the one dot here inside. People used to save pictures with a BMP file format. It's a very old one, and you can see you have here over 6 megabytes on size. And the same with the JPG file, it's only 33 kilobytes. So if I try to compress the BMP now to this one, you can see we can reduce the size from over 6,000 to 8 kilobytes. We saved 6,068 kilobytes. The same now with the JPG file. It only reduced the size from 33 kilobytes to 1. So that's why it makes not much sense to compress JPG files, but BMP files which are not compressed, much more. So let's speak about some more file types. I have here a WAV file, my daughter playing a piano for Elise. And if I compress this WAV file, we can reduce the size from 8.1 megabytes to 7.4 megabytes. So the common data format today is MP3, and the Fraunhofer Institute developed an algorithm to reduce the size from MP3 or video format, and you see it has only 736 kilobytes. The trick is we lose some information by compressing from WAV to MP3, but just not too much that you lose quality inside. So let's try to zip this file, this MP3 file, and you can see we can not really reduce the size anymore. From 736 to 730, only 6 kilobytes. So to make it short, it makes no sense to compress MP3 or MP4 files for video in a zip format. We have here a Word file, and I created out of it a PDF file, and you can see I reduced the size from 71 megabytes to 22, and if I try to reduce it further and zip it, I only win, let's say, 1.6 megabytes from here to here. So the same information, it makes no sense to zip PDF files because they are already with an intelligent algorithm of reducing the size from doc file to PDF. But there are situations where it makes sense to zip PDF files, MP3s, or whatever. I have here this documentation about learning Grasshopper. It has 226 pages, and what I did, I extracted every single page with PDF Exchange Editor, and if I try to send this to another person, for example via cloud, and I have to upload them and the other person has to download them, it takes ages if you put every single PDF file. What you can do is you can zip all the files. So the zip file is a kind of container, and you can see I not even saved any space. It's even more than the whole PDF document, but it's much faster to up and download one single file than many of these single PDF files. Usually we send PDF files to other people for documentation, our results, whatever. But sometimes the people need the original data, the doc file, the Excel file, whatever. So if we send this via email, this kind of data, it might be that they won't arrive the other person, because many email programs filter this kind of data, because especially Excel files where the macros can include variables but also add-ons from Word files. In our company you can't send any of these files to another person or receive it. So what can you do? A trick is to zip them. It doesn't make sense in the size. You see, we can hardly reduce it, but if you include now this file, most email programs won't watch into the zip file and accept it, and you can send it to the other person. If you have any other information about compressing, extracting, or if you use other programs for this purpose like WinRAR, just leave a comment down below, and we hope to see you again here on our channel.